Hello and welcome to Mass Effect 2 100% run. Last time we finished the Mass Effect 2 0% run. And, well, I noted that this title screen is the endgame area. But also I can now note that the music that plays here is actually a remix of the Suicide Mission score. So that's another interesting fact. Although you never get to hear the end of this music because it gets cut off by the kind of preview cutscene that plays, which I have not shown to you because it's still spoilers, but we will do that eventually. So, the 100% run, I'm quite excited about that. In my canon, what happened since the Reaper IFF was an alternate reality. In the Prime reality, John D. Shepard decided that even though he does not like synthetics, there was no reason for Cerberus to get any kind of technology out of him whatsoever. So he'd rather keep the inactive geth on the ship, rather than give it to Cerberus. And this time around, let's see what happens if we do not go to the Omega-4 relay as soon as it becomes available. I have replayed everything since the Reaper IFF, including the Firewalker Pack missions and the Normandy Assault mission. So we're basically at the same place where we were last time, before going to the Omega relay. And first things first, I want to indeed check up on what is going on with said geth salvage. In fact, now if you go into the elevator, you can see on Deck 3 crew's quarters, there's the team members and also salvage in active geth. So let's see what that's all about. And while in the last video I noted quite a few things that to me were disappointing in Mass Effect 2, this is an example of something that Mass Effect did absolutely brilliantly. So this is the AI core, it is now open.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the AI core room, where my higher functions are housed.
You're not mobile, are you? You can't get out of here?
Since Jeff connected me to the rest of the Normandy, I am effectively everywhere at once. You walk within my body, tickling me with your footsteps. That is a joke.
But there is one difference. There's the inactive geth on this table. It's inactive, but it seems to be moving a bit. Also, if you have the inactive geth here, during the Normandy Assault mission, you can actually see it on the table during the cutscenes. I don't think you can interact with it, though. But anyway, let's see what we can find out about this thing.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
Every geth I met before you tried to blow my head off.
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
That's a lot of information that you have on us.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
Which?
both.
A mathematician's answer.
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
Makes sense. I guess that's a better title than the Reapers, although from the perspective of what they're doing, it's also a good title.
I fight Geth. You do anything hostile, I blow you to pieces. Just so we're clear.
We have no hostility towards you.
Sure didn't seem that way at Eden Prime and the Citadel.
You fought heretics, not true Geth. Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
So he's saying that there are different factions in the Geth, and this guy is not part of those that we were fighting all this time.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
Well, that's a bit threatening.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes,
Why would they attack other machines?
we are different from them, outside their plans.
That's also interesting.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
That makes sense. But, well, as I said, John is not a big fan of synthetics. So even though I think this is super cool, he probably doesn't. So he's just going to be very mean to the Geth.
If you want to follow my orders, say so. Clearly. Otherwise, I'll rip your batteries out right now.
We will follow your orders.
Good. Now, what do I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Ah crap, a pop-up.
I didn't ask your opinion, Edie.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy. We anticipate the exchange of data.
Ha, 8 renegade points. So this is Legion, and it is our new party member. So that's pretty cool. I was ecstatic when I found out that there is a Geth party member, because that is so cool. In general, I found Geth from the first game really awesome, and I'm always a fan of the enemy mine situation, where your former enemies become your newfound allies, and this is just perfect. So, basically, the whole idea of me doing a 0% run was actually for Legion. This is the only way that you can get Legion as early as we are right now. That's because you only get Legion after the Reaper IFF mission. And under normal circumstances, you would only go to the Reaper IFF mission after you're done with everything else. because at maximum, after 2 more missions, the Normandy gets attacked and all of the crew are kidnapped. And then after the crew is kidnapped, if you do not go through the Omega-4 relay immediately, you start losing some of your crew. So if you want to save all of your crew, then basically you have to get Legion as late as possible. And you don't even have the time, I don't think, for doing his loyalty mission once that comes up. So that's a very strange arrangement. Basically that means that under optimal circumstances you only have Legion for a maximum of 2 missions. And that's really sad, because Legion is a full-fledged party member, and there's a lot of very interesting things that you can do with Legion. Well, let's talk to him, some more.
Shepard, Commander.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
I'm surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer direct digital transfer. Geth network communication travels at light speed. Human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
Agreed.
Do Geth have a government?
Not as you understand. We are all Geth. We build consensus.
Most governments do.
Organic governments impose consensus from a single point of view in autocracies by codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies.
So what makes the Geth different?
Data is shared between Geth. All viewpoints are considered. Consensus is achieved as data is disseminated.
That must take a long time.
It would for organics. We communicate at the speed of light.
Yeah, so basically they have direct democracy, where everyone has a say in it, because it doesn't actually take forever for them to decide and to vote. Which is pretty cool.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us. Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio transmissions. It knew of our war against the creators. Nazara contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
Yeah, the creators are, of course, the Quarians.
What did you call Sovereign?
Nazara. That was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Sovereign was one ship. You're saying there were multiple programs inside it?
One ship, one will, many minds, like the Geth. We study your records. Sovereign told you this on Ilos. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. A state compelling to the Geth. We are a nation, but interdependent. Separation is our weakness.
Well, Legion is also quite well informed on what we've heard on different planets. However, we spoke to Sovereign not on Ilos, but on Vermeer. So, there's one fact that it got wrong. But it's still quite fascinating. And it's nice to hear more references to the original game.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted their technology. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve their own future.
What difference does it make how you acquire a certain technology?
Technology is not a straight line. There are many paths to the same end. Accepting another's path blinds you to alternatives. Nazara, Sovereign, said this itself. Your civilization is based upon the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
Yep, once again, direct quote. Well, we have the option to ask for upgrades, so...
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
Limited code development is approved. We need to access your FTL comm system to download relevant data.
Well, there's no way to get this without accepting, but I wonder.
Maybe later.
Ready at your command.
Yeah.
We need every advantage.
Limited co-development is approved. We need
Maybe later.
Ready at your command.
We need every advantage.
Limited co-development is approved. We need to access your
EDI,
MTL.
let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
And now we got, I think, a new prototype? Yes, the Geth Sniper Rifle. Custom Widow Rifle. Squad member upgrade. Legion gets a Widow anti-material rifle. With enough raw resources and access to the Armory Lab, an advanced sniper rifle compatible only with Legion can be produced. With a bunch of platinum. Well, I'll definitely do that, but let's see what it says after we go back.
Planning suspended. Topic.
Planning suspended. Alright.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
Alright.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. So that is awesome. And in order to get the most out of Legion, I will have it go on every single mission possible since this point. Also, fun fact, if we were to activate Legion before the assault on Normandy, there would be a person standing here and saying 10 hut and guarding us against Legion, but since everyone on the crew is abducted, that's no longer the case. So this is cool. I'm sure that John D. Shepard does not approve of having Legion around everywhere, but I don't care. It is just way too cool not to be in our party. And while I'm here, Kasumi, anything?
So quiet around here. I miss the crew. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Not much new things. Alright, so with that complete, let's go with our top priorities. Now that we have the freedom to do anything that we want. First of all, yes, we unlocked the Geth Sniper Rifle, so let's research that. So you can tell that Legion is a sniper. But first things first, actually I want to look at our private terminal. Because the very first thing that John D. Shepard would be interested in doing, actually, would be to have something to do with Counselor Anderson. So we got this message a long time ago. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on the council, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Excellent, so it's a meeting with Counselor Anderson, who's now a counselor because, well, we recommended him as the counselor at the end of the first game. So let's go do that. And actually, yeah, well, let's go do that, and then anything here? No. I can also talk a bit about how how the 0% run worked out. So the whole reason why I did not go to any of the hub worlds is also very much to do with Legion. So let's get Legion. Multi-normal abilities, AI hacking, assault rifles and sniper rifles. And then who else should we take on this mission but the Spectre in training himself, Garrus. And yeah, so we still have those squad points to invest. I guess I could invest that in Warp. Overload will be quite useful against what we're going to be up against quite soon, though. So I think I will just save up for that. Garrus has 5 squad points. Well, concussive shot it is, I guess. And Legion has AI hacking, which is excellent. That's one of the reasons, well, probably the main reason why I went for Dominate as the bonus power. Because Legion complements that perfectly, so we can hack anyone, either organic or synthetic now. And his class is, or its class, I guess, Geth Infiltrator. Augments Legion's combat skills and weapon damage, improves its power recharge time. So, its real class is also Infiltrator. So now, now that I think about it, both Legion and Garrus are Infiltrator class. And this increases health, weapon damage, and power recharge time. All of these are pretty good things. Especially the power recharge time helps with the AI hacking. Also, to get the combat drone unlocked, I need AI hacking rank 2, so let's do that. Combat drone. Command your very own battle drone. Spawns a deck drone to draw enemy fire. The drone can electrically stun targets briefly and damage their shields. Only one drone can be active at a time. So it's basically a distraction thing, but it can be quite useful, including in the suicide mission. And let's see, so time duration. So this adds shield strength. Temporarily hacks a synthetic enemy, so it will attack its former allies. Also generates a temporary shield around the hacked target, so it can fight more effectively against its allies. Which is nice, but that shield also is something that we then need to deal with after the hacking is done, I think. So I'm not a big fan of that, really. So let's go with Geth Infiltrator for now. And we have 2 options, Geth Assassin or Geth Trooper. Geth Assassin, Legion has become an expert at disassembling organics and synthetics alike, increasing Legion's weapon damage. Or Legion has created redundant systems for its critical functions, increasing its health. Okay, so it's more health or weapon damage. Yeah, and the power recharge time is the same. I don't think health is all that useful in comparison. If we can take out enemies faster, then that's a bonus. Especially when the enemy shields regenerate. The more shields we take out, the better. So, he is going to be a Geth Assassin. We still have 5 squad points. I guess I can add more to AI hacking. Alright, and now he has the X-98C Widow anti-material rifle, nicknamed Widow M98 anti-material. That's a bit strange because this says anti-material and this is an anti-material. I'm guessing that this is more correct, because that means shooting cargo rather than people, which would be personnel. So, anti-materiel sniper rifle delivers an unseen damage output at pinpoint accuracy, but more than makes up with its shortcomings. Weighing in at 39 kilograms, non-existent SBO ratings, requiring large amounts of spare clips to be carried, a bone-shattering force that is the recoil, this weapon used very rarely even by elite military groups. Damage 400 per shot. And yeah, this is clearly a bug in the writing from the mod itself, the hybrid combat mod. But this is still very much useful, because that's almost double what the Mantis sniper rifle does. So that's really awesome. And I guess he does get the Vindicator battle rifle. And yeah, I guess that's good. Let's go.
I've found references to a forger named Fade in C-Sec crime reports, Shepard. Perhaps that is a good place to start looking.
Not sure what we are looking for in that case, but okay. And I decided to take the visor, just so that we are closer to what we've seen in Mass Effect. And also the the advertisement terminal seems to have been deconstructed, since it's no longer here. But okay, so let's start from the top. There's the Galactic News that we can listen to.
The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20-colony victory cruise. Council members aboard thanked Human Alliance soldiers for their efforts in repelling Saren's invasion 2 years ago.
Yeah, there are news items that are the same as on Omega, and there are some that are unique to the Citadel.
The attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress has generated a swift but confused response. 8 vessels have been sent, but it is not clear whether there are survivors. The Council offered its sympathy, but regretted that it could not become involved in a purely human matter.
It's nice that we can now listen to the news whenever we want. I'm not going to go through all of the news entries, but we will be going through them at the end of the game, so don't worry that we'll miss something. And we can talk to Garrus right off the bat, so let's see what he thinks about the new Citadel.
I thought it might be nice to come back here and see how it's changed, but it's just like it was. Same dirty streets, same unrepentant scavengers, same revolving door prisons. Being security here is a terrible job. This is exactly why I left.
I don't know, it didn't seem to be that bad. The wars are always kind of a thing, but the Presidium is pretty cool. Okay, so in order to go forward, we should go through C-Sec Customs.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
So basically the rules have been quite a bit strengthened since the last time we were here. They are quite a bit more concerned about firearms and biotic amps and so on since the attack on Citadel. But let's talk to C-Sec Customs.
Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Geth do not infiltrate.
You should leave your personal synthetic assistant at home. They're not allowed on public shuttles anymore.
Geth do not intentionally infiltrate.
And that is the reason why I delayed going to all of these hub worlds with Legion, because he has unique dialogue, and you oftentimes only get to hear it if you bring Legion on your first trip there, especially to the Citadel.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Oh, and the Turian is through apparently. But also we have some Alliance soldiers here.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's pretty funny. They use the model of the grenade from the first game for the ferrous slug.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug.
Yeah.
Feel the weight.
But
Every
that's just
5
repeating.
seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3%
But let's go.
of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is...
Looks like they've tightened up security.
Shut it down. What? Do you seriously think?
Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're... dead.
This is annoying. But technically I was.
I was listed as missing in action a couple of years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
Alright. And yeah, so they say, please leave your synthetic assistant back at home. Nobody seems to think that anyone sane would actually bring a Geth onto the Citadel after everyone thinks that the Citadel was just attacked by the Geth.
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
Scream a little, you say?
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
But you're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Your sergeant said you could help with that.
Usually you'd have to go through the station security administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to customs and immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge. But I can see you're a busy man. So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
Couldn't one of us, or both of us, get into trouble for that?
There's no way to fool the DNA scanners in that tunnel. You're you. Why wait in long lines and fill out a massive useless hard copy paperwork to get to the same place? The Council does everything by the book. They've had thousands of years to write it. Sometimes things need to get done without a committee vote.
Well, that's quite a refreshing change from the last time. Not as much legalese around here, it looks like. So, Well, let's see what what this is all about.
You're not big on formalities, are you?
I'm with them right up until they keep people from doing their jobs. There. I just saved you about 9 days of running around. That said, you should head up to the Presidium and tell them you're still alive. The Council probably wants to talk to the one who saved their scaly asses.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. That's my plan.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Pah, rude.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
Not sure why I'm looking for this Fade person, but okay. Well, let's ask about things. You know, what was about making them scream a little?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't the Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the Council's rulebook.
CSEC has changed.
Apparently.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
Makes sense.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up, of course. They fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Okay, so most of the damage has been dealt with, but not everything yet.
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Yeah, already heard that.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other four are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Yep. That is a ward.
I'm trying to find a local forger. He goes by the name of Fade.
Yeah, I know him. The alias, anyway. He's been a thorn in the network division's side for the last year. He works with the Blue Suns.
Where can we find him?
If I knew that, he'd be in a cell. Best I can do is put you on the trail. There's a warehouse in the marketplace. Some of Fade's contacts work out of there. Go ask them some questions. Gently, of course.
Why haven't you been able to catch him?
Whoever he is, he's damn good at avoiding CSEC. I think someone on the inside's feeding him information. Either that, or he's got access to our databases and comm channels. I don't know which is worse. But you're outside CSEC. Maybe you can nail his ass.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Yep, well, that was our arrival at the Citadel. And that took a while. So it's nice to be back. And we indeed have reached the maximum number of saves, so now I have to start overwriting the old ones. And also, let me try something. No, that doesn't work. But basically, there is one way to get to hear the full music of the title screen, and that is by dying and then pressing go back to the main menu rather than resume. Then in the main menu the title screen music plays, and it plays completely. So that's an interesting thing, but it doesn't work from just a regular go back to main menu. You have to die. But anyway, that was the first episode of 100% run of Mass Effect 2. And next time we will go and see Counselor Anderson. See you then. Later.